Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you all are having a great day so far. So today, based on a viewer request, I will be going through a simple demonstration of how to adjust a metallic watch band, more specifically how to add and remove links, as well as maybe a couple tips and strategies to consider when making adjustments to the band that could have an effect on how the watch looks and feels on the wrist. I'll try to find a link to the tool I use in this video to put in the description, as well as a general disclaimer that, of course, I'm not a watch technician or anything, just some dude with a bit of patience and a steady hand. So I'm not responsible for any potential damage caused by the use of the information in this video. Honestly, just be careful and take your time, and when all is said and done, it should turn out all right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So here I have a typical watch with a metallic band, and if we look on the side of the band, we can see these small holes in which these tiny metal rods secure each link in sequence until the terminal points at the latch. So to remove each link, you will need to apply enough pressure on that rod to push it outwards through the hole so that the link can disengage. And to do this, we use a watch link removal tool, which looks something like this. This is a basic removal tool that I acquired from Lord knows where. It's been quite some time. I'll put a link in the description to something similar. I think I purchased it a few years ago for around $5 or something like that. But basically, as you twist this handle at the top, it applies a focused downward pressure on the tip of this pin, which forces whatever is on that side of the pin downward through this slot as well. So it's a bit similar to how an adjustable clamp works, just applying that downwards pressure onto the points of this pin. So on the watch band itself, if we take a closer look at the pins here, there is a side of the pin that's completely flat and a side of the pin that is slotted. We want to be pushing from the flat side of the pin, and we do so by aligning the pin into the slot, then beginning to apply that downwards pressure on this side of the pin to push it out. Now, when you're doing this, you do want to make sure that the pin is straight and that the other side of the hole on this link is straight and facing this channel as well. You want to apply force, but not too much force. Otherwise, you could break the pin here. It's pretty fragile. We continue to twist. A little bit more. Almost there. And we can see that as we back off from the tool here, which became a little bit disengaged, let's just leave that over there, then we can see that the pin has come out. We should be able to pull it out with our fingers, and now the latch has been disengaged. So the tip doesn't typically become disengaged like it did previously, however it can always twist on. This is a bit of a cheaper tool that I'm using, however, it still gets the job done. And taking a closer look at the pin here, we can begin to see why we want to push on the flat side of that rod, since on the other side there are these wings that would expand inside the slot when you are pushing the pin inwards, so that it engages with the latch and then it expands and holds it in place. So this is what it looks like a little bit up close. Not sure how visible that is, but the wings are here on the tip, and the flat side is on the other side over there on the left. So after removing the link, I use a small pillow like this to keep the other pins inside while I continue to work on the watch. And now that the previous link has been removed, we can go ahead and remove the other side of that link with a little bit of pressure. Now that the other side of the link is removed, we can go ahead and move to this side, continuing to apply that pressure so that the other link could be removed from the other side. Continuing to twist. And we could do the same to the other side of this link, just by applying a little bit of pressure down there, disengaging the tool, and pulling out the link on the other side. And now we have removed a couple links here. And additionally, when you're trying to determine how many links to remove, you would overlap the links on your skin to see how many you're going to remove. In this case, this watch is a little bit smaller, but if it were bigger, obviously, then you would overlap, and then you would squeeze to see how many links to remove. For the person I am removing these links for, it was determined that 3 links needed to be removed. So far I removed 2, so I would just need to remove 1 more, and the size should be accurate. In general, some folks like their watches a little bit tighter on their wrist or a little bit more loose. So with a bit of experimentation, you can find what works best for you. And likewise, if you have additional links that you want, you can add those links in as well. So for example, if you had extra links that you wanted to add into the band, then you could do so as long as you have the required rods to be able to engage the links in line as well. So to add the links back on again, basically you would align them in the configuration which you prefer. You would take the rod and you would very carefully place it in the hole with the winged sort of end there pointing outwards so that it fits through the hole. And then from here, you could go ahead and take it to a hard surface or use some kind of pliers and just squeeze it down. And then there you go. Now it's back on with this link removed. So now we see that the rod is fully flush with the side of the band, and now it has been properly aligned. If you find you made a mistake, you could simply repeat the previous steps to remove the appropriate number of rods and links for your use case. Also, something to keep in mind is that if you want the watch to look even, you would also need to determine where you're going to remove the link on each side of the band to make it sit evenly on your wrist. But once again, that's dependent on the watch and how much time and trial and error you will go through to make that work for your particular use case. So in general, it's a pretty simple process. Just take your time, listen to some of your favorite royalty-free music in the background, and enjoy the process. Overall, it should not take more than a few minutes to go through it. So essentially that's it. Now your metallic watch band should be adjusted to your needs. It's a fairly simple process overall. I'm going to go ahead and work on this watch. However, feel free to leave a comment. And once again, thank you all for watching. Let me know if you need any help in the chat, and we could try to work something out. I hope you all have a great day. Take care.